Hi, I'm Ann Shilling, most recently the young adult librarian at the Fletcher branch of Washington County Free Library, but now I am a library media specialist serving Hancock Middle High School and Barbara Ingram. And this short video describes public library resources that can be used to inform, enhance, and extend learning in academic settings. A strong partnership between the public and academic libraries extends opportunities for learning. First, library cards. If you don't have a library card, just scroll down the main page of the library website and sign up online. When you sign up, you can list your home branch, and that's where you'll pick up your library card. All you have to do is show up and show proof of identification. If you live in West Virginia or Pennsylvania, there is an out-of-state fee, but if you show your educator or supervisor identification from Washington County Public Schools, that fee will be waived. Now, all students have library cards. Their lunch number is their library card. It's called a rail card. So if they type in the letters RAIL followed by their lunch number, that's a library card. That's their username, and if they need a password, just retype the lunch number without the letters RAIL, and they can use that at the library to check out up to 6 print materials, or they can go online to eResources to check out also eResources like ebooks or e-audiobooks. Now, there are no late fees for students, but they do need to return the book, and if they don't return the book, a letter will be sent to the school with the student's name on it, asking them to return the book or pay to replace the book. As a teacher or educator, you can check out any materials you want. I think it's up to 55 materials for 14 to 21 days, depending on the material. But then if you hit renew, you can hit it once, you can hit it twice. Most times you can keep those materials for up to 2 months. You can also call materials to you. So let's say you live in an outlying community. You just type in the material that you want. Let's type in The Hate You Give. So you go here to where it says place request and put in your information, and that book will come to your closest branch. We do this all the time, actually. I can think of a middle grades librarian who wanted to expand his Black History Month collection, so he called the library and we curated some books for him to pick up. I can think of an English teacher who wanted to add some additional biographies for the biography unit, so she called the library and we curated a collection for her to pick up. So, and we're careful to always make sure we're selecting the approved materials out of our library services and work with teachers in that way. But yeah, call the librarians. We're here to help you. Next, the Learning at Home portal. While we were all at home during the pandemic, your Washington County Free Library staff curated a special portal. Here it is, Learning at Home. And it's divided into 4 categories. The first category is homework help. Now, this is a short video, but I'm hoping that at some point you'll have some time to further explore these resources. I wanted to point out HelpNow Brainfuse right there, because that has a live tutoring service. So when kids came to the public library and I was too busy to help them, I would just set them down and have them click onto HelpNow Brainfuse, where there's live librarians on the other end and live teachers to help them with their schoolwork. The second category is resources for children and teens. They're all my favorites, but one that I think is really important is the Health and Wellness Database. I personally think all middle and high school librarians and guidance counselors should just keep this database up on a computer so that students can engage and self-learn from vetted sources on any health need they may have. They also have a calm room where you can click on it and you hear the waterfalls and see the water. It's very, very nice database that also on every page has hotlines for all the important numbers that keep our kids safe. Okay. The Children's Librarian loves that Smithsonian for Kids site right here, but a lot of great resources. Then we have resources for parents and guardians, and I want to highlight down here at the bottom, Pathfinders. So if anyone says to you, hey, do you know what resources the public library has? You can go to Learning at Home, Resources for Parents and Guardians, and click on a Pathfinder. And here we have the resources annotated. So just print them out, hand them out, you use them, whatever you need. And finally, in the Learning at Home portal is resources for homeschool websites. So 4 categories, many, many wonderful resources for our community, for educators, parents, guardians, and students. The next thing I want to talk about is the calendar of events. So here at the library homepage, you can go to classes and events and just click. And here's the calendar. So that is the easiest pathway to get to the calendar. This would be one way to share ideas and encourage your students to participate in free library resources. South Hagerstown, Tech High, and the Planetarium often would select some of these programs and scroll them on their scrolly screens. Maybe other schools did as well. It's a great idea to create a community partnership, to share ideas, and maybe even plan STEM nights together or something such as this. I wanted to show you where students can go for teen resources and service learning. So we have under teen resources, the Teen Library Council. You're gonna let me get there, right there. So you can get service learning by attending this because these teenagers advise the librarians. They also run a blog called the Washingtonian. So any teen anywhere in the county can submit to the Washingtonian, which is a blog by youth for youth. You can submit essays, poems, short stories, photography, artwork, book reviews, music reviews, movie reviews, anything that would be of interest to teens. And you get 1 hour of service learning for each submission to the blog. And you can do that from sitting anywhere in the county. So those are 2 pathways for service learning through the teens department at the library. Now, my favorite, Washington County Free Libraries research databases. There are so many. There are so many that have to do with college and career readiness. There are so many that have to do with literature. There is a database that helps you practice for your driver's test. There is a database that is nothing but money to help you go to college, grants and scholarships and such. There is Gale resources that any age student can use for research, but here's 4. Here's 4 that I want to highlight today. The first is called Grow with Google. So you would go here to online learning. There it is. So Grow with Google, if you have your Google account or your student account, you can log into, and it has all of these units that are really easy to access. So they have short little videos, and then they'll have step-by-step directions. So you're creating in your Google account while you're learning the information. Their financial literacy curriculum is excellent, but it also helped me personally to become more familiar with how to use Google for organizing files and creating classrooms. So again, research databases. Another database that I think is underutilized and excellent is called Very Short Introductions by Oxford Press. So V for very. Okay. Very Short Introductions has so many subjects placed into short, concise, readable, accessible text. So here's an example of what this resource looks like in print, which you can get at the Fletcher branch or call to any branch that you'd like. So here is a very short introduction to robotics. Here is a very short introduction to American history. Or you go online, log into this database, and you can search for whatever topic you want. There's so many topics, and you could get through them in a couple of days and be well informed then on whatever topic you're researching. Okay, so Grow with Google, very short introductions. And here is a brand new database called Drama Online, D for Drama Online. So Drama Online is all things Shakespeare. Shakespeare plays, Shakespeare history of plays, Shakespeare plays performed by world-renowned actors, playwrights, short plays, anything that you drama and English teachers need that has to do with plays is on this. So make use of it. Sign in on and take a look. It's fascinating, and I think would really be a great resource for extending learning. Last but not least, I want to show you the genealogy and history portal. So you can get to it through resources and services, or just scroll down to the bottom of the page, and there it is, history and genealogy. This is the most used link on the Washington County Free Library website because it's excellent. So here we have the history of a region. Look at that. The battlefields, the Confederate soldiers, the Chesapeake and Ohio Canal. It's a great resource. So you history teachers or you English teachers or anybody who wants to continue learning on the community we live in, this is the portal for you. The eLibrary. eBooks, and more. We have Overdrive, Libby, and Hoopla that you and your students can have access to through your library cards. Hoopla is exciting because it has unlimited checkouts. So let's say you have a small group of readers and you want to do a book study and they have the book on Hoopla. Everybody in your group can check out the book on their devices using Hoopla. We recently, this past year, added a lot of JFIC and YA resources, and I've actually created a list that puts the resources, the e-resources, into book club sets. So at the suggestion of Christine Haggerty, I have a Yoon family book club, which is Nicola and David Yoon. And my favorite book club is if you like Touching Spirit Bear, you might like book club, because I found that if you ask like a 12 to 16-year-old, mostly boys, what their favorite book is, they will almost always say Touching Spirit Bear, or maybe Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but I have a whole set of books that are like Touching Spirit Bear that kids can check out. And these lists will be attached at the end of this presentation. The last topic I want to talk to you about is professional development. At the public library, at the Fletcher branch, are stacks of books that you can check out for your own extended learning and professional development. So as I am about to be a new library media specialist, I found this book. It says 63 ready-to-use maker projects. Check. And I found another book that says Coding for Children and Young Adults in Libraries. Check. And then we have a lot of readers' advisory books. So those are fun, especially here's one, Developing and Promoting Graphic Novel Collections, which I have used a lot in the last year because graphic novels, manga, are hot, hot, hot. So check out our collections, because these are things that you can call into your library as well and make available to your kids. This is your library. This is our library. Washington County Free Library is here to serve you. I've attached Google Slides that review the content of this video, and I've included contact information and links to other resources. If you have any questions, just ask. And here's wishing you a great start to the new school year.